so much. We'll be landing in Vegas shortly.
Good afternoon and welcome to Sacramento International Airport. Today I'm flying on Southwest Airlines Flight 2104 from Sacramento to Las Vegas. Join me on this trip report and flight experience. This flight is part of a connection from LA to Vegas with a stop here in Sacramento, and it's my first time at the airport. This terminal is mainly used by Southwest with plenty of restaurants and shops for its size. And for a Tuesday afternoon, the airport feels peaceful, not very busy. So let's get started on this trip waiting here in the food court. There on the departure board is my flight, Southwest Airlines 2104 to Las Vegas, departing from gate E18. It's running about 16 minutes late, now scheduled to leave around 2:11 this afternoon. And even with the delay, I'm heading to the gate area to watch our Southwest flight arrive. And here's our plane arriving at the gate. This is a 10-year-old Boeing 737-800 in the Southwest Airlines Heart livery, registered November 8659 Delta, which is N8659D. It has 175 seats in an all-economy layout and is powered by 2 CFM engines. This aircraft has flown exclusively for Southwest since it was delivered to them in February 2015. And it arrived from Seattle as Southwest Airlines Flight 914, about 30 minutes late, which caused the delay for our flight. For Southwest Airlines Flight 2104, my boarding position is A32, and even with some pre-boarding, I should still be able to sit near the front and maybe even in an exit row.
An aircraft that just pulled into our gate. We're going to start the boarding process in about 10 minutes or so, so if you need to step away from the gate area, make sure you come back within 10 minutes to board this flight. We're hoping to get you out of here by 2:19, 2:20, and that will put you into Las Vegas around 3:34, 3:35. Plenty of seats on board. We have 95 of you boarding with 80 empty seats. So once you're on board, please spread around, get comfortable. Also, just make sure you only have one carry-on and one personal item. Your larger.
Just a few moments, we'll begin the boarding process. Please make sure your boarding pass does reflect like 2104 with your first and last name on the boarding pass. Especially those who pay for boarding passes, please make sure your information is correct. If not, check in with customer service to retrieve the correct boarding pass. Boarding cards for those who with mobile device, please make sure your applications are up. You've downloaded your boarding passes in that application, hit the button at the top where it says View All. Make sure your brightness is at a complete 100%. Once aboard the aircraft, it is open seating. Ladies and gentlemen, please do me a favor.
As you may be aware, Southwest Airlines still uses open seating until January 27, 2026. So I'll enjoy this open seating policy while it lasts. They announced 80 open seats, so the flight is just over half full. And with my A32 boarding position, I was able to grab an exit row window seat, 14A. Welcome on board.
Once you find your seat, step into that row. Let the people behind you continue to board. If you have small carry-on items, make sure they go all the way under the seat in front of you. Nobody has to take a middle seat today. It is not a full flight. As soon as we get everyone seated and buckled, we will be on our way to Las Vegas. Welcome aboard.
For today's flight, I'm seated in an exit row, 14A, a window seat. These exit row seats offer plenty of legroom with about 38 inches of pitch. Pretty good legroom there. And a fairly generous 17.8 inches of width. Again, generous for today's economy class seats. And on the left side by the wall, there's no armrest over there, so just be aware of that if you like to rest your arm on the side. That button usually would recline your seat about 2 inches, but it does not recline at an exit row seat. No one will be seated in the middle seat today. And so you can see there's the headrest, which isn't adjustable, And you might want to bring something for extra lower back support. And the tray table is in front of you, not on the armrest or inside it, so you can pull it closer to you if you need it, and you probably will need it because you have so much room in between. And on these planes, there are no USB ports or power outlets, so make sure your devices are fully charged. Not a problem for a 1-hour flight, but for longer flights you need to remember that. And overhead, there are personal air vents. You can adjust them as you need to, and a bright, responsive reading light.
Welcome aboard. We have open seating here. Feel free to pick any seat that you want. This is not a full flight. We don't need anybody in a middle seat if you don't want to. Spread yourselves out. Small items go all the way into the seat in front of you. Large items up in the bin. We will be on our way. Welcome aboard.
And so exit row passengers must be at least 15 years old, physically able to operate the emergency exit, and able to assist others if needed. And you can't be responsible for children or need special medical devices, wheelchairs, or pets. Anyone unable to meet these rules may be moved from the exit row seat.
We would like to welcome you aboard this flight 2104 with service to Las Vegas. The flight attendants serving you. The flight attendants serving you today are in the back. You have Charisma and Tim. In the middle, you have Jessica, and up front, I'll be serving you up front. My name is Marcus. Please help us with the following safety-related items as we prepare for departure. Small portable electronic devices, such as cell phones and tablets, may be used in airplane mode during all phases of flight. Cellular functions must be turned off once the forward entry door is closed. Laptop computers and devices of similar size must be stowed for takeoff and landing. Power banks to charge your electronic devices. Please keep them in sight and readily accessible. Notify the flight attendants immediately if there are signs of overheating. Please ensure your personal carry-on items are secured completely under the seat in front of you. Place the larger items in the overhead bin. At this time, please fasten your seatbelts and bring your tray tables and seat backs to the full upright and locked position. If you are seated in the emergency exit seat, please review the safety information card in the seatbelt pocket nearest you. If you do not meet all the selection criteria on the car or are unable to perform those functions or believe that performing those functions may cause you harm, please let the flight attendant know so that we can reseat you.
I reviewed the safety information card before the flight attendant came to confirm that we could assist in an emergency. Each of us had to verbally confirm we were able to help if needed.
Sitting in an emergency exit seat, you may be called upon to help us open the doors and help fellow passengers off the aircraft if we do have an emergency. Just to make sure y'all are willing and able to do so, okay? Are y'all willing and able over here?
Yes.
Great. How about y'all? You are willing and able? Yes. Got it? Yes.
Everyone's on board, and Southwest Airlines Flight 2104 is about to depart for Las Vegas, about 30 minutes late.
Everything. In the event of a water evacuation, use the life vest under your seat. Remove the life vest as only if told to do so. Pull the red strap to open the container and remove the pouch. Remove the pouch from the vest as shown on the safety information card. Place the vest over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist. Buckle in the front and pull to tighten. Once outside, pull down on the red tab to inflate the vest. To manually inflate, blow into the tube at your shoulders. Your vest has a light. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that signs me we have been clear for departure. Please double check those seat belts and enjoy your ride to Las Vegas.
Enjoy our takeoff on Southwest Airlines 2104 from Sacramento, California to Las Vegas.
get you guys this drink order from you guys. We'll be serving complimentary snacks, soft drinks, juice, and coffee. Premium selections including the alcohol also available for purchase by redeeming a valid drink coupon. There is a beverage menu in your seat back pocket. You may go to southwestwifi.com. southwestwifi.com where these options are displayed. Once we do get up, please be mindful of the flight attendant serving you in the aisle and remain seated with your seatbelts fastened while the seatbelt sign is on. We do have lavatories in the front and back of the aircraft. Signs on the ceiling indicates whether the lavatories are occupied. Please do not form a line at the or enter lavatory.
For this flight, we were served a small pack of mini pretzel braids. It's nice to get some snacks on these slightly longer flights, since Southwest now offers them on routes that are usually 250 miles or longer. On my last flight, I received a full can of orange juice, but for this flight, I was served a cup of ginger ale in their new bamboo cups. Southwest offers Wi-Fi for $8, though I don't think it's worth it for such a short flight. You can also stream moving maps, movies, TV shows, music, and free TV. There you can see some of the free TV channels that are available to you. And they also offer some destination guides that you can watch directly on your device.
Once again, double check that your seatbelts are securely fastened and your seatbacks and tray tables are up. Thanks so much. We'll be landing in Vegas shortly.
And with that announcement, let's wrap up this trip report on Southwest Airlines 2104 from Sacramento down to Las Vegas. Okay, here are my thoughts. First, I was pleasantly surprised with my boarding position, A32, which allowed me to grab a comfortable exit row seat, something that may be harder once the new seating policy starts next year. I found the transit through Sacramento International Airport was quiet and relatively easy, and there were plenty of places to eat or sit down and just relax. Even though the flight was slightly delayed, it wasn't really a big deal. On board, the seat was comfortable, of course being an exit row seat, plenty of legroom, and the cabin temperature was just right. Sometimes I notice that the seats in the exit row can be a little bit cooler than the rest of the plane. Beverage service was a little inconsistent compared to my last flight, but I felt like the crew were very friendly and professional. Flying Southwest Airlines during this transition phase is interesting. We still get some of the features that made the airline famous, like the open seating and the flight attendants' personalities. So I'll make sure to enjoy all of this while it lasts before the transition continues and finishes up on January 27th, 2026. Anyway, thanks for joining me on Southwest Airlines 2104 from Sacramento to Las Vegas. We'll be landing very shortly, and so welcome to Las Vegas.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of this flight crew and Southwest Airlines, welcome to the Sin City, Las Vegas. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened, your seat back and tray tables in the full upright and locked position. All carry-on items must remain completely under the seat in front of you. When the captain turns off that fasten seatbelt sign, please be careful when opening the overhead bins if items may have shifted during flight and could fall out. You may not text your loved ones. You can turn on those cellular functions on your small portable electronic devices to let them know you made it here safely. But please remain seated and leave your carry-on items stowed. Please be advised the aircraft doors will be open during ground servicing. So for your safety, please ensure that you and any children you are supervising remain clear of the front and back doors. If you are connecting here to another Southwest flight, please check the monitors in the terminal for your flight and gate number. We have certainly enjoyed sharing part of our day with you. We know you have an absolute choice when you fly, but we'd like to thank you for choosing Southwest Airlines. Thank you. You guys have a wonderful afternoon. Hello, attendants, just on the car check doors.
Thanks for watching this trip report on Southwest Airlines 2104 from Sacramento to Las Vegas. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, share it, and drop a comment below. You can also support the channel by becoming a member. Details are in the description. We'll see you next time. Bye!